Welcome to the new year. Are we fucked? According to today's story, that may very well be the case. Serge Monast believed that a new world order was trying to take over the planet through a 4-phase plan which included archaeological discoveries, religious holograms, mind control, and an alien invasion. When did he predict this new world order takeover would occur? 2025, of course. I'm Mike.
I'm Ian.
And I'm Dave. If you've been going through necro withdrawals during our time away, stick around and let's see if Project Bluebeam can help relieve your podcast blue balls. This is Necronomipod.
Happened a mere seconds before we recorded, but Dave just knocked over his whiskey. It's always me that does that shit on the air. Just missed it.
Well, I'm a little more careful on the air, obviously.
Now you got that nice cardigan covered in whiskey. At least the sleeve.
A little bit.
It'll smell nice. It's like a nice musk, right?
Perfumey. Well, this is the last day to say Happy New Year.
Is it?
It is. What's
January 3rd today.
It is. This is it.
Get 3 days. Can't go past that.
Yeah, after that, like, come on. Get it out of your system now. Well, if you're listening to this the day it releases, it's missed. You missed that.
Way missed.
I don't know that I've ever said it past like January 1st.
Yeah. 3 days. That's the top. That's the drop dead date. I won't accept it, just like Larry David after. No.
That's when he's also harassing that lady for working out on a treadmill while pregnant. That's a really good episode. Was that season 9? 10.
The second last one.
How many seasons did they do? 10?
11?
Maybe it was 11. So it was season 10.
Yeah, I think that's right.
Yeah. It's when where's the hat?
Yes.
Yeah. Did you plan this episode, Ian, for this, just kick off 2025? It's very timely.
Yeah, so with all the drone sightings going on that we're going to talk about, Project Bluebeam was trending on X recently.
Gotcha.
Been a lot of talk about this. I'm like, all right, let's just do a full episode on it.
It was not what I was expecting this story to be.
Really?
I think I was expecting just more of like a straight up alien abduction type thing as opposed to what we'll get into tonight.
This is just a straight up conspiracy, pretty much.
Yeah.
Conspiracy theory.
Had you heard of this one, Dave?
No, not familiar at all. This guy seems kind of like a far right anti-Semitic jackass.
They always are. They are.
Yeah.
You know, like as we'll go through this, we'll talk about the technology and stuff. Like there is realities to some of this stuff, but yeah, there's always this Christian, homophobic, anti-Semitic vibe to all of this kind of stuff. Unfortunately, conspiracy stuff, not UFO stuff.
Yeah, sure.
Like that's when you can tell because this is heavily alien based, this conspiracy theory. But when you're going down this rabbit hole of UFO conspiracies, you can always tell when it shifts, when it's either like real UFO people or if it's like these far right crazies, because like the Christianity starts trickling in. But with real UFO people, everybody just wants free energy and the planet to be better.
Right.
You know?
Different ideology.
Yeah.
Just kind of hijacking the alien UFO motif to further their own agenda.
Like if you listen to Richard Hoagland is 100% a conspiracy theorist. All his Mars craziness. But at the core of his thing is like, well, if we have this technology, we can be giving free energy to the world and like save the planet.
Saved.
Yeah.
You're saying that's what Hoagland is saying?
Yeah. Like that's what all the UFO people always kind of
They're not trying to backdoor their way into some fucking nonsense
Right.
ulterior motive type stuff. Like using the vulnerable UFO community.
Right. And then, well, we're jumping ahead a little bit too, but when the technology gets brought up, like nowadays, it's easy for an Alex Jones to just be like Project Bluebeam, and you're like, oh, what's that? That sounds fucking weird.
You mean it doesn't have credibility when Alec Jones brings it up?
This guy is an early Alex Jones, kind of, a little bit.
No, I'm really wet.
Yeah, let's dive in. Let's talk about Serge.
I don't like his name.
Serge.
It's not a fun name.
Mm-mm. There isn't a ton out there about Serge Monast's early life, so we just kind of have to jump in. We don't even know what his birth date is, but Serge was born in 1945 in Quebec, Canada. He started out as a journalist writing about political and social issues in Canada. During this time, his work focused a lot on how society is structured, how governments operate, and their relationship between national identity and global organizations. He was also a poet. Monast's writing was more introspective, focusing on like the cultural essence of Quebec. But by the late 80s and early 90s, his focus started to shift. He had a lot of skepticism towards global institutions, a lot of which were influenced by Cold War tensions and rising influence of organizations like the United Nations. This led him to think that there were some darker forces going on behind the scenes. The UN really fired these people up.
Yeah, you don't like the UN?
It's a big thing in NATO.
Does MUFON have an okay relationship with the UN and NATO?
Yeah, UFO people aren't doing all this.
Okay. Just wanted to see what the official stance was.
A new world order.
That's what it's all about, buddy. Ask HW.
I listened to a relatively newer Coast to Coast episode about Project Bluebeam, and they played like a supercut of HW saying the New World Order just over and over again. So if you're a conspiracy theorist, I get it.
He announced it.
He really liked saying that term.
Yeah. He also said, read my lips, no new taxes. And he signed a big tax bill. And then he didn't win re-election.
A new world order.
Tell him. Teach your son about fooling me twice. You can't get fooled again.
He sounds like such a dweeb.
You're a bad motherfucker, though.
Yeah, he was. I'm a fan of H.W. Bush. I think I said that on one of the
fighter pilot, CIA director.
Yeah.
He did all kinds of stuff.
If I was Eric Bischoff, I would have used that in the sample for the NWO's entrance music. What's harder than H.W. Bush saying New World Order?
A new world order.
In the early 1990s, Monast started the International Free Press Network, which he described as an independent group focused on uncovering global conspiracies. He presented the group as a watchdog that operated free from political or religious influences. He put it, quote, "The International Free Press Network is not a religious group, neither a political organization, but an independent worldwide investigation press agency." The group focused on sharing reports and audio tapes about alleged secret operations by governments and international organizations. So at this point, Monast's investigative interest had turned into exposing what he termed as the New World Order.
A new world order.
Got him.
Last week for like right around Christmas, I hopped on our Discord channel for patrons just to say like happy holidays and whatnot to everybody.
Oh, that's nice of you.
Yeah. And
But they were glad to talk to you.
it was fun. It was fun to talk to everybody. A French-speaking patron from Canada said that she would be willing to help if we ever needed any translation stuff. And as I started looking into this and Serge, I'm like, well, I very much needed a French-speaking Canadian because I was like super specific to this. So shout out to Marianne. this probably would have been a fairly short bonus episode without her help. She was able to find some really specific stuff.
Well, how about that? Nice.
Just weirdly specific.
And you had not had this planned yet, this episode.
No,
It's very serendipitous, if you ask me.
Before we get into Blue Beam, let's dive into the Toronto Protocols. This is Serge Monast's early writings on his belief of a covert global plan. This was supposedly launched in 1967 to bring down nation states and create a new world order controlled by elite globalists. Monast claimed that this conspiracy was led by a group called the 666, made up of leaders from the world's 6 biggest banks, energy companies, and food corporations.
Really? I also read that he modeled this after the old protocols of the Elders of Zion, anti-Semitic stuff from the early 1900s.
Is that the first Lord of the Rings? The Elders of Zion?
That is not. He even has protocols in the name. So he's not really hiding it. That was that book that supposedly was like a transcript of a meeting of, these high up Jews and their plans for world domination and all this stuff. So.
Yeah, they're all big fans of that book. Big fans of it.
A lot of people were.
Yeah, unfortunately. Monast links the start of this plan to the social and political turmoil of 1967, including events like Expo 67 in Montreal, the Vietnam War, and counterculture movements in the United States and Europe. He claimed that a secret meeting in Toronto that year kicked off a coordinated effort to destabilize Western societies. Monast claimed that the 666 group had a 3-part plan to break down Western societies. Economic control, taking over global food, energy, and financial markets to manipulate economies and make people dependent on multinationals. This included using humanitarian aid as a cover to fund these corporations and strengthen their grip on the masses. Political control, weakening national governments by infiltrating legal systems, pushing for more control from organizations like the UN, and setting up institutions that seem democratic but ultimately serve the elite's interests. And in social control, Monast argued that dividing society was a key part to establishing the New World Order. He accused elites of promoting things like sexual liberation, drug culture, and mass entertainment to weaken moral values, break apart families, and create a generation that's detached from historical and religious roots.
There you go.
Sounds fucking awesome.
Also, aren't all Western institutions seem democratic but ultimately serve the elite's interest? That's the definition of every every Western democracy.
So you're saying he's right?
I'm saying he might have a slight point.
I like how this meeting took place in Toronto, Canada, of all places, to destabilize the whole world. I feel like there's probably somewhere better that it could have taken place. Not to shit on Toronto, but...
It's in a big city, but it's a little bit off the radar, right?
Yeah.
It's not New York.
And this guy's
not
Canadian,
LA.
so he's probably more familiar with Toronto. It's a lot easier to write about.
In his mind, this is Mecca, right? Like it's Toronto.
That's a good point.
Yeah, he's like, I'm going to get some poutine and
Go to the Hockey
I'm gonna
Hall
write
of
a
Fame.
story.
And I'm going to have a meeting. I'm going to make up a meeting where we destroy the world. Eh?
Monast claimed that a second secret meeting of the 666 group took place in Toronto in 1985.
Oh, they loved it so much they came back.
This meeting, he said, focused on finalizing the remaining steps necessary to complete the dismantling of nation states by the end of the 20th century. By this stage, Monast believed the elites were already in the process of consolidating control over international institutions. With the collapse of everything was imminent, he said. Monast was a long game guy, though. He said that a lot of this stuff would come to full realization in 2025, which is, again, with the drones, why we're talking about them.
Yeah. Why 2025, you think? Because he knew he'd be dead by then and he'd never get called on the carpet for any of this stuff, perhaps?
I don't know.
But a lot of these elite institution conspiracy stuff, it's always the same, whether it's Bohemian Grove or the Illuminati, right? It's the same, New World Order, world control, the banks and the Jews, and they're going to kill Christians and drink their blood, and right?
It's all the same.
Erode the social institutions of family and God. And
this guy said all that stuff. He just happened to have this cool technology twist woven into his bullshit that's like,
And may have actually got the date right.
right. Well, you can't sell the same old thing, so you got to always one up when you're kind of repackaging this kind of stuff to make it more palpable to the kids, the youths of the day, right? You got to pull them in with something.
And based on going back to what you said, Dave, based on, I know we don't have a lot of information about him, but based on when he died and his age, it seems very realistic he could have still been alive today. We'll talk about it later.
That's true. He would have been 80 years old, I suppose, today. That's true.
That's not that far-fetched. Like,
That's
if
a
you're
good
going to
point.
pick a date to be sure you're dead.
2050 might have worked out better. Yeah, good point.
yeah, because if he said something like real out of hand, like 2134, you'd be like, what the fuck? Get out of here.
Right. He kind of called the shot like right in that perfect realm of like, well, maybe. And then now something's happening. You're like, what? Well, maybe.
Like he might have lived to see this come into fruition, and he could have been proud of himself. And if it didn't,
He's
he would
standing
just
there like
drool
that guy
on
in the
himself.
meme who's like this, just like looking at him. I'm telling you, since the 80s.
And if not, he would just say, well, I'm 80.
Oh, I don't remember saying that. But I'm 80. I should run for president. I hear they have that going on recently.
A lot of old people. They just found a congresswoman from Texas that had missed votes since July. They found her she just has dementia in an old person's home. No one ever mentioned anything.
How does that even happen?
Fucking term limits, man. It's enough. Too much.
We could do
crazy?
a whole side episode on that and term limits and ages, and I think we've put our thoughts out there on that.
Man,
At least
my
maybe on some of
God.
the president shows. But yeah, that's insane.
Yeah, there has to be a moment where like somebody
Yeah.
is so like out of touch with reality, or with
Fucking
society.
Dianne Feinstein was rotting on in office. She was going to run again.
I know that we were talking about her like fucking shit up back in the 70s, doing dumb shit, and then she's still alive making decisions.
Well, I still maintain if you have to be 35 to be elected president, it should be 35 to 65. That is it. If you get elected on the day before your 66th birthday, that's fine. But then you're only getting one term. You can't be elected president after
I agree with that.
after the age of 65.
Yeah, I'm cool
I mean,
with
if
that.
if we're going to set a limit for how you have to be a certain age at 35, why can't we cap it?
We can. We should.
I think we absolutely
must.
should.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Glad we could agree on that.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get that
We're fixing all the-
constitutional amendment rolling.
We got any other
fellas.
problems we need to fix while we're at it?
Is change.org the same thing as a constitutional amendment? We should do it like that. Constitutionalamendment.org. Just need like 40 people to sign it, and it's the law.
That could be a scary, slippery slope, pal.
Monast's theories about the New World Order came together in his most well-known work, Project Bluebeam, published in 1994. Oh shit! He just did it.
Luckily, there was only a sip left of that one.
A new world order.
I still think I just picture Hogan walking out playing the guitar bell while H.W. Bush is saying "New World Order." Fucking dweeb.
When I say published in 1994, this isn't so much a book as it is a transcript of Serge talking and laying out his ideas. In it, he said that NASA, working with the United Nations, was planning a massive psychological operation to trick humanity into accepting the New World Order. According to Monast, this plan would happen in 4 stages, ultimately leading to a global dictatorship. At the core of the Bluebeam project were advanced holograms, artificial earthquakes, and telepathic manipulation. Tools Monast claimed would be used to fake religious events, alien invasions, and divine interventions, all designed to establish a one-world government.
Mm-hmm. It's getting juicy. Mm-hmm. Where do you think the capital would be?
Toronto.
You think it'd be Toronto?
I don't know. It seems to be a theme.
It's the top of this. Was it the CN Tower?
Yeah, right.
The global seat of power.
I do like Toronto. I've
never been
a
to Toronto.
Good time in Toronto. It was not a cheap city to be in. It was fairly expensive.
I tell you what, though, System of a Down is doing a show with Deftones there in May. I think I'm thinking about going
Where at?
somewhere in Toronto.
Damn.
I highly recommend go. It's what, a 7-hour drive ish.
I don't even think 5.5.
I don't know. I'd have to look
A
back.
couple
up.
hours from Buffalo.
it's-
Buffalo's only 3 hours from us.
Yeah, I want to say it's like 2 or 3 hours past Buffalo, so maybe 5-6 hours. But I highly recommend checking it out. That was a fun town.
Yeah,
I
I wonder
really
how long
enjoyed
it takes to get a passport.
not too long. You can do it online these days.
Nice.
You want a passport? Oh, you should get one.
If it's one of like their slow times, like you could get it in almost like 3 to 4 weeks.
Really?
I feel like, yeah. You should get one just to have it though, just in general.
Really?
I think it's because it's good for 10 years. And for stuff like that, if you want to just go up to Canada,
If you kill someone and you need to get out of the country, yeah, dude,
to have
you
that
gotta
passport.
You got to get to a non-extradition country like the Cayman Islands.
like bullying him into getting a passport. Like, so you know what? Sign up right now. Pause the show. We're not continuing until you sign up.
You got to be out of the country before they find the body, pal. You got to have contingency plans always. Let me tell you.
But even for something like that, even if you just want to go to a concert, innocently,
That too.
Yeah. Not
it's
necessarily.
nice just to be able to do it. Yeah.
I think it's in May, but yeah.
You
That would
you
be
would have
fun.
it by
Cool
May.
show,
If you
right?
did it in January, you would have it by May. That's a good town.
I would love to see System of a Down. That would be cool. So get into the steps of Serge's, how all of this stuff is going to go down. Step 1, the breakdown of archaeological knowledge. The first phase of Bluebeam, according to Monast, involves triggering a series of man-made earthquakes in specific locations across the world. These earthquakes, he claimed, would uncover fake archaeological discoveries designed to challenge established religious beliefs. He said, quote, "These earthquakes will hit various parts of the world where scientists and archaeologists have suggested ancient mysteries are buried." He believed the findings from the earthquakes would include things like ancient scrolls or artifacts aimed at discrediting the core beliefs of Christianity, Islam, Judaism, and other religions. And that's another conspiracy theory, right? You'll hear that on Coast to Coast. Weather manipulation, the ability to, create a hurricane or,
We use the Jewish space lasers. They start forest fires with those. You create earthquakes, archaeological discoveries. You do it all. Those Jews are awesome. They're space lasers.
They certainly are.
we do have technology to, manipulate weather, and it's definitely something we're interested in. We have been for a long time.
Like to seed rain clouds and stuff like that. Sure.
And I just don't think it's like
Nefarious.
like people get out of hand with it, like there's a cool conversation it'll be talked about on Coast to Coast, and it's like an interesting what if, how it's talked about on there, and then you kind of branch out and it's like that all of a sudden we're creating earthquakes and hurricanes to fucking control the masses.
Yeah, right.
Well, clearly you guys have never studied chemtrails, so that's fine. Continue to be uneducated. I get it.
We could do a whole episode on chemtrails.
I mean, we could.
those are fun.
We could. Be a flat Earth type roasting episode.
That's got to be a crazy life, right? If you fully believe in chemtrails, like you're just looking at the sky all day long, fired up.
I've seen their Facebook posts. I think that is exactly
Like when you don't understand what water vapor is. We're doing some roasting here today in the new year. This is fun. Also, why do you need fake archaeological discoveries to challenge traditional religious beliefs. Don't real archaeological discoveries do that all the time? Like, when you find dinosaur fossils that are millions of years old, doesn't
Those
that
aren't.
challenge?
No, those are planted. Come on.
So you believe in this conspiracy then?
The dinosaur fossils?
Well, that they're
I'm just
fake
saying.
archaeological discoveries. Wouldn't that be one of the main ones then?
Just saying it's not in my book.
Okay.
The book.
So he's a big Jesus guy, big Christian.
You don't say.
So what he's saying, like, that there's going to be some type of a scroll or ancient tablet found that disproves Jesus and like all that stuff, like all the real artifacts that we have, quote unquote real, whatever, are discredited through these things that are, found to predate.
Got it.
It's a lot. It's a lot for NASA to be a part of, and
Their budget's not that big. It's amazing that they're doing all this. It is. It's astounding. But you're right, Mike. Just read the one book. You don't need all the other books. Just one book. That's enough. Don't complicate your life.
according to Monast, it wouldn't just be about physical evidence. Psychological conditioning would play a big role too. He argued that for years, the media and entertainment industry had been subtly preparing people to buy into this narrative. Movies like 2001: A Space Odyssey and the Star Wars series were ones that he pointed out that were made to get people comfortable with the idea of extraterrestrial life. Jurassic Park was something that he also brought up. Monast believed that its depiction of resurrecting ancient DNA was designed to support evolutionary theories, which contradict the biblical account of creation. This is something that you hear a lot on old Coast to Coast episodes, and I usually roll my eyes. I'm like, all right, here we go. I was listening to a Richard Hoagland one. He was talking about how Independence Day and stuff is made to,
Is this with George Norrie?
No, that's with Art Bell.
Oh, with Art?
Yeah, Art's real big. Art was real big into that shit too, into that idea.
Yeah, Art had some interesting
Sometimes he'd go off the
ideas.
rails.
Sometimes you're like, you sure about that, Art?
I think there's a lot of Art Bell thoughts and opinions that I don't agree with. I just love the show.
Yeah.
Sure, I don't think I agree with a lot of his stance on things, but, it's a fun show.
Yeah, of course. I like listening to people I disagree with. I think it makes the world more entertaining, sure.
Yeah.
I used to listen to Rush Limbaugh back in the day. I didn't necessarily agree with a lot, but he was entertaining.
When I graduated from college and I was traveling the country, for my fraternity, you're going down country roads. The only AM the stations you would get are AM, and it would always be Rush Limbaugh.
Yeah.
He was on every day, in the afternoon, and it was in the build up to the 2008 election, Obama-McCain. I listened to him every day because, that's what there was. And it's interesting and entertaining to listen to people that, might have radical views or crazy views or people you don't agree with, because it gives you a different take on things.
Yeah.
And so I would sit there and listen to his take on the election and everything. And, it was just interesting to hear Rush Limbaugh's thoughts on 2008.
Yeah, because I don't have black and white views on everything. I don't want to listen to the person just...
He had black and white views on things.
He did about most things, but I like to hear the counterpoints sometimes. I think it makes it more interesting.
Yeah.
It's more thought-provoking. I don't want to hear people I agree with all the time. That's boring to me.
You also don't want to get stuck in an echo chamber.
Yeah.
That can happen
No,
sometimes.
I don't like that either. I like to hear outside opinions.
That can happen to me sometimes on Reddit, where I'm just stuck on Reddit for a while. And I'm like, I need to get out of this for a minute and get some news out in the world.
Well, everything's so black and white now. There's no nuance. You can have conversations and disagree with people. It's this or that now. And it's just boring.
Yeah.
Because every argument with someone's not really a conversation anymore. It's,
That is true. Everybody's got to fight anymore.
Like, what the hell happened,
Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
So I don't really buy into any of that kind of stuff with the movie thing, but
I bet he loved Star Trek when Kirk fucked that green alien, right?
No, that was
he was
Star
like, "This
Wars.
is."
You're thinking Star Wars.
No, I'm not thinking Star Wars. Oh
No, but William Shatner, Star Wars.
no,
Oh, okay.
I think you're mistaken once again.
I gotcha.
He had
Yeah.
sex with the green lady. That's good stuff.
What kind of fucking smut did you guys watch?
That was
Well, they didn't show fucking, but
No.
it was implied,
Be a
right?
lot cooler if they did.
It would have been. He's like,
You watch
is
William
he
Shatner?
fucking a green alien? He needs to come back to Jesus. They're prepping us for the takeover, the New World Order.
A new world order.
Where they fuck green aliens.
We really need to make a cut of that into the NWO song. Just every time I hear it now.
I wonder if you could even like chop up his voice too. Like, you know how it's stuttered.
New World Order.
I'm gonna work on that.
That would be awesome.
You can't. Ministry's song, NWO, they chop a bunch of his in there saying that.
Really?
Did they? Yeah. Poor,
It's awesome.
Poor HW just being used by everybody now.
There is one movie that kind of makes me, pause for a second. Like maybe there is something to the idea of making like a mass, a movie, or at least to like, see what, how people would react to it. This movie is cited by Monast, and it's brought up in the UFO world. Like when you talk about this idea, this is the movie,
Yeah.
like it's brought up and whatever. This is the 1977 Steven Spielberg movie about contact with aliens, Close Encounters of the Third Kind. Spielberg brought in J. Allen Hynek, the genius astrophysicist who was brought in by the U.S. Air Force to run Project Blue Book. Remember, we've talked about him a ton over the years. He was a boring scientist brought in to debunk everything, but after he dug in, he became a believer, and by the time he passed away, Hynek had gone from a non-believer to proposing the theory that UFOs were actually coming from another dimension right on top of us. And he did it all in a professional and scientific way, like he wasn't a lunatic. For anybody who hasn't seen it, Close Encounters of the Third Kind follows the story of Roy Neary, an ordinary guy who goes through a bunch of weird phenomena following an encounter with a UFO. As the movie goes, Roy becomes obsessed with visions, and this all eventually leads him to Devil's Tower in Wyoming, where there's a secretive government operation that orchestrates the first contact event with extraterrestrials. And Hynek also has a cameo, which is, it's cool. It's one of my favorite movies. Like if I was making a top, I'll throw it on a top 5, I think even.
Damn.
Really?
Maybe. It's such a, like for a UFO thing, like Hynek, it's pretty much like this is what J. Allen Hynek thought that everything would play out like. And then Steven Spielberg just put a movie, put it into a movie format.
Have you
It's
guys
so
ever
cool.
been to Devil's Tower? Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No.
It's really neat.
Is it? I
It's-
bet it is.
Yeah. I've talked before how much I love Wyoming. Devil's Tower is fucking awesome.
It looks super cool.
There's a trail just to walk around the entire base of it. And it's probably the last time I did a hike, but it was 20 years ago. 25 years
You should
ago,
get back
actually.
there, fella.
I would love to get back to Wyoming. I don't know if I'm going to be doing a hike, but it's my bucket list for 2025. I'm going to get back to Wyoming. It's maybe a long weekend.
Does that imply you're not going to live past 2025 if your bucket list is for this year?
It's a goal for this year. I mean, I wouldn't put it beyond that, too. You never know.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I don't live the healthiest of lives. DoorDash and Taco Bell at midnight every night. Drinking,
It's not the best
doing these
way to go.
shows. Well, that is the best way to go.
The cheesy
might not be-
gordita crunch supreme in your mouth. And
I mean, come on. That's the way to go.
I'll be honest, I rewatched this movie today. I don't know. I'm not sure
No?
it holds up.
Oh man.
A lot of the stuff I found was just a little
I mean, it's definitely cheesy.
silly.
Well, yeah.
It doesn't really.
But aren't a lot of those alien or UFO movies kind of cheesy?
Yeah, but this one is extra cheesy.
Yeah.
And I remember liking it as a kid, but it's, I don't know. The Hynek cameo is really cool, but, and I like the end, I think, how they did everything, but just the lead up with with him going nuts and throwing everything in his house.
Yeah.
Like, what? Why? Do it in your backyard.
Well,
If you've never seen the movie, it's just weird.
No, I've not seen
the
it.
wife. Terry Garr's his wife, and she's going crazy and yelling at him. And then does he at the end forget that he has 3 kids? And
like you could cut like it, like take out the fact that it's like that a feel good movie, you know. But like if you cut out like all that shit with Richard Dreyfuss and like just piece together of a movie quality account of what Hynek would think this would be like, it's a fucking awesome.
the story's
movie.
cool. I don't know. A lot of the middle's really goofy.
How does it compare to like Fire in the Sky? Because that's pretty cheesy too.
I think it's grander. It's a different kind of movie.
And also because we kind of believe Fire in the Sky, so maybe it.
But like
Is this
the scientist in there, the French guy, scientist, like that's based on Jacques Vallée,
Okay, that
the
makes sense.
UFO researcher. Like he was also around for it and stuff. So
Has Philip Glass ever been portrayed in a movie?
not that I'm aware of.
What if
I mean, there's probably
forget his name.
There's definitely been some characters, I bet you, that
Based
are
on him?
based on him.
How would
Fucking
you
asshole.
respond to a movie or show where Philip Glass was portrayed by the actor from Breaking Bad?
Oh, that'd be crazy. That would be
Jesse?
crazy.
Not
No,
Jesse, the
Todd.
Todd. I don't know why I always say
Like,
that.
would that break you?
It might. That'd be infuriating.
You just punch your TV.
I saw a preview of something recently that he's going to be in. And as soon as I saw his face, I'm like, this motherfucker. Like,
Every time I see him now, I think of you and how pissed he makes you.
His name's Jesse Plemons. That's why I always say Jesse instead of Todd.
yeah.
I saw an old movie with him the other day when he was a kid. I go, I fucking paused it. I go, is that goddamn Todd? I ran it back. Sure enough.
Fucking guy.
I want him to play Philip Glass. I'm going to start a GoFundMe for that.
That'd be wild.
Not a GoFundMe. What do they do for, is that a GoFundMe?
I think so.
Yeah.
Maybe.
A movie. I don't even have a script. I just want that.
We can get it made. A Kickstarter. Kickstarter.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
So I don't know. You know who else is in the mom from Christmas Story?
Yeah, she
was
needs
in there.
The other thing with that movie with her is she needs to get a hold of her kid. And like she's not
She's not a good parent.
No, not at all. She lets that kid get way too far when there's some UFO stuff going on.
It's not great.
Just letting him walk in the middle of the road and shit.
Not great. No wonder they took him.
This show is sponsored by BetterHelp. It's time for a fresh slate. A new year brings new opportunities, new obstacles, and a chance to redefine yourself. Every January brings 365 blank pages waiting to be filled. In 2025, maybe you're ready for a plot twist, or maybe there's a part of your story you've been wanting to revise. Life isn't about resolutions that fade by February. It's about picking up the pen and becoming the author of your own life. Think of therapy as your editorial partner, helping you write new chapters and create the meaningful story you deserve to live. Therapy provides us with an opportunity to reflect on who we are and what makes us thrive. It allows us to better ourselves and helps us put pen to paper and write the next chapter of our lives. Therapy can also be helpful in learning new positive coping skills, setting boundaries, and empowering you to be the best version of yourself. Therapy is not only for those who've experienced trauma. So, if you're thinking of starting therapy, why not give BetterHelp a try? It's entirely online and designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited to your schedule. All you have to do is fill out a brief questionnaire to get matched with a licensed therapist, and you can switch therapists at any time at no additional charge. Write your story with BetterHelp. Visit betterhelp.com/necro today and get 10% off your first month. Again, that's BetterHelp, HELP.com/necro.
The second phase of Project Bluebeam is often called the space show. It involves projecting massive holograms into the sky. These holograms would depict religious figures, all made to fit different religions. Jesus for Christians, Buddha for Buddhists, and so on.
What about the flying spaghetti monster for pastafarians like myself?
They probably got you covered.
All right. I hope so. I like to see a big giant hologram of the flying spaghetti monster.
But it looks real.
Sick.
Like, you don't even know. Like,
That'd be
you think
awesome.
it's real.
Be like, Parmesan be upon you. Fucking awesome.
Monast described this as a highly coordinated effort using satellites to beam 3D images onto the sodium layer of the atmosphere about 60 miles above Earth. Along with the holograms, voices would be transmitted on various frequencies, allowing people in different countries to hear divine messages in their own languages.
Yeah. Ramen. Sweet. I'm getting behind this thing. This guy's good. This is good stuff.
Oh, I'm hungry.
Besides the Jew hating, I don't know. I'm coming around to this, right?
The final act of this phase would involve all the holographic religious figures merging into a single entity representing the Antichrist. This figure would announce itself as the one true God, discrediting all previous religions. Monast said that this would cause widespread confusion, panic, and eventually pushing people to a new world religion.
Is that like a Transformers thing? Like they all come together?
Yeah, how does that
form this
work?
Big.
That's like Voltron, right? Or Power Rangers,
That's
Mechazord.
That's right.
Would they have to fight, or they would all just mesh and mold, kind of fuse
The
together?
Power Rangers would mold together into this big thing, and they'd fight the bad guy.
Yeah, except this is the Antichrist.
Yeah, he is the bad guy.
Twist.
Be cool to see.
It'd be something.
Yeah,
It'd be
I'm all
fucking
for
crazy.
this. Sounds great. May you live in interesting times, fellas. I mean, this is good stuff.
Go outside and just watch that in the sky happen.
You're like, is that Buddha merging into Jesus and now he's the Antichrist? Fuck.
In the third phase, Monast claimed that NASA would use satellite technology to send messages straight into people's minds, making it seem like they were hearing the voice of God. According to him, this tech would rely on extremely low frequency, ELF, and very low frequency, VLF, waves to reach anyone, no matter where they were. Monast pointed to U.S. military experiments with mind control, like MKUltra, and subliminal messaging as proof that this wasn't just a wild theory. He argued that combining electromagnetic radiation with hypnosis could let governments manipulate thoughts, implant false beliefs in people's minds.
A new world order.
Damn right, George. Tell him, HW. You're just sitting at your desk one day and like the combined Buddha, Jesus, Allah starts talking to you directly to your brain.
Yeah.
That's scary. It's called schizophrenia, right?
It's one of the symptoms.
Yeah, like we already know about that.
That's what a rational person would think.
Believers in Project Bluebeam often point toward the work of Dr. Michael Persinger and his God helmet. Created in the 1980s, Persinger's device used magnetic fields to simulate the brain's temporal lobes, sometimes triggering feelings of a spiritual presence or hallucinations. His experiments were mainly academic, but of course something like that sparks the idea that similar technology could be weaponized for psychological warfare. And you know it has to have been somebody, at least in the CIA, saw that and was like, yeah, I'd like to come up with something.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Like, if nothing else, then just like a truth serum type situation,
Right.
right? Yeah, absolutely.
Like there is reality to some of this stuff, you know, it's just people decide to fucking put their own agenda into it and shit. This theory also ties back to the microwave auditory effect, or the Frey effect, discovered by neuroscientist Alan H. Frey in the 1960s. Frey found that pulsed microwave signals could produce sounds directly in the skull, hinting at the possibility of sending messages to people without any external noise. This led to speculation that military or intelligence agencies might develop tech to covertly implant thoughts or commands. Some conspiracy people claim that during the Gulf War, the U.S. military used this technology to make Iraqi soldiers believe that Allah was telling them to surrender, but there's no solid evidence to back those claims
Holy
up.
shit, wouldn't that be wild?
That would be fucking crazy. But remember one of our creepy audio episodes. Remember during the Vietnam War?
I do, yeah.
We would go out with helicopters and play like the ghost sounds and stuff to scare guys in the jungle.
Terrifying.
I forgot about that.
Insane.
All those creepy sound episodes were terrifying.
Mm-hmm. All's fair in love and war, right? Is that what they say?
That's what they say. Was that Patreon?
Yeah.
There's 2 of them on there.
Too. We need to do a third one.
fun
We can
shows.
find the stuff. They're interesting shows.
Very cool. Some weird shit out there.
The final phase of Project Bluebeam, according to Monast, involved a mix of simulated alien invasions, demonic appearances, and other supernatural events. He said that this stage would have 3 main components, each designed to manipulate different groups of people. The first part would stage a fake alien invasion targeting major cities. This made-up threat would push nations to come together and disarm under the guise of global defense. The second part would involve faking a rapture-like event where large groups of people appear to be lifted in the sky. The third part...
That'd be funny.
Dude, that would be fucking crazy. The third part focused on projecting demonic figures and other supernatural entities around the world to spread fear and chaos. Then the Antichrist would be in charge. The fake alien invasion is why we're doing this episode. It's why the Project Bluebeam was trending on X and stuff. Because Monast did predict that would go down in 2025, and people are tying the recent drone sightings to maybe there's something to this faking a alien invasion.
A new world order.
Yep.
Yeah.
Getting us conditioned to the idea.
Let me ask you this. Would a world government be that bad in the grand scheme of things? Like anytime you see a futuristic, like Star Trek or whatever, like an interplanetary thing, there's like a planetary federation. There's always a one world government, right? Ruling the world. Would it take away, wars over boundary disputes and all that if we could just live in harmony as one people? Might that be good?
I think that's the key, if we could just live in harmony.
Yeah, like maybe not the Antichrist governing, but like a responsible world government body running the whole planet.
I think you'd have a lot of problems getting people to agree to that world government,
Yeah.
the elections, or however else that would be seen.
The fairness, since we hoard in this country most of the wealth of the world. And
Also, do we just buy the elections and thus run the world? And then we're right back to where we started.
Exactly.
That's the cool thought about aliens, right? It's like they would be so much more advanced than we are.
That's what we
they
need.
could be like, we've already outgrown this. Like you guys are just
Tribal.
Yeah, very tribal, very primitive still.
Yeah, right.
We don't need this. We've all outgrown
It
this.
doesn't work like this in the rest of the civilized universe any longer.
Yeah.
You plebes. What are you doing, rubes? Bunch of uncle fuckers on Earth can't even have a new world order.
It's what we need, like the aliens to come down and be like that stern uncle, like that just bitch slaps us and is like, get your fucking shit together.
Yeah. Get your house in order, Earthlings.
It's a nice thought to live in harmony.
Yeah.
It'd be cool. Like,
Sure. Maybe a first world planet instead of
I heard you say
Lots
cunt.
of-
You said cunt.
say cunt. Did I say cunt? You did. I started to say countries and I stopped myself.
I like first world cunt.
I don't know what to think about the drones necessarily. I would hope that it's us testing something. That's my hope for it. And we talked about it on the live show that I did on Patreon a lot. And the one thing that I keep landing on with it is if I saw one in person, I would probably go in the house. I wouldn't stand there and look at a SUV sized drone hovering over top of me.
That's what gives you pause. Yeah, you hear like Pentagon spokespeople and stuff saying it's just, any standard run-of-the-mill drone you can buy at Walmart, and then they're like, it's the size of a fucking Tahoe. Like, I don't think that's true. So you're obviously lying.
What section of Walmart will I find this Tahoe size drone?
Like, that's not real. You're lying. And everyone has seen it. So what does that lead you to believe?
It's still happening. Like it's died down. It had its mainstream run for a couple of days.
Well, other things, people got bored. Other things started happening.
It's that news cycle that we live in, right?
If this is like some grand plan to see how people react to finding out that UFOs are real, no one fucking cares. The world has moved on. We don't have time for it.
That's a good point.
I saw comments on something we talked about with that recently where people are like, yeah, but I got bills to pay. You know, like it's cool, but you know,
like
there's real shit that's going on.
I suppose
either fucking end us or move on, aliens. We got shit to do.
Like it's, you know, you're like intrigued seeing it on the news and whatnot. But if you don't live in New Jersey or wherever else and they're not over your house, you're like, yeah, all right, gotta go to work. See you later.
That being said, if it was over my house, I'd be fucking terrified.
Exactly.
Like that when you try to think about that, like an SUV sized thing just kind of sitting there for some people say hours, sitting over their backyards and stuff.
What is that? Lose its power, crashes through your roof.
That ain't gonna be pleasant.
No. Get killed by a drone.
So Serge Monast's death in 1996 adds a whole other layer to this conspiracy. Officially, he died of a heart attack at 51 years old.
That is very young. Very young.
People talk about that CIA gun from back in the day. I think it was Fidel Castro trying to assassinate him. They had an idea of like a heart attack gun where it was like this little thing that would prick somebody and you would have a heart attack.
CIA had all kinds of crazy ideas to try to get rid of Fidel. Never panned out.
You just throw them out a window like the Russians do. Those people fall out of windows all the time. It's really weird. Very slip prone, those Russians.
In the months leading up to his death, Monast often voiced concerns that his work investigating Project Bluebeam and the New World Order had put a target on his back. He wrote about being harassed by authorities and deep state organizations, claiming that they were efforts to silence him. His worries weren't just about his own safety. Monast also expressed concern for his family. In one account, he claimed that the government had taken his kids away from him as a way to pressure him into stopping his investigative work. Back in the early 1990s, Monast decided to homeschool his kids because he believed that the traditional education system was compromised. All the shit that we've talked about, the globalist ideals, he didn't want his kids learning that stuff. He was going to homeschool them and, you know, he would give them an education based on his beliefs. This did not go over well with Canadian authorities, particularly in Quebec, where homeschooling was becoming more closely monitored at the time. There were a lot of laws passed requiring parents to follow a very strict standard when teaching at home, which they should be. Like, you need to educate your fucking kids, not just teach them conspiracies all day long.
Yeah, you're in Canada. You're not in the U.S. where you can homeschool your six-toed fucking kid and teach them whatever the fuck you want. No one cares here, but they have standards in Canada, right?
Well, so clearly he was not following those guidelines, and this led to a lot of conflicts with local officials, like police and stuff. And like I said, he believed that had nothing to do with concern for his kids' well-being, that this was just a way to get him to stop looking into Bluebeam and discredit him. Reports suggest that the kids were either placed into a public school, or they were just fully taken away, like taken into state care. The exact details aren't clear on that. He did spend a night in jail shortly before his death in relation to this whole back and forth over homeschooling. And people say that something was given to Monast to make him have a heart attack. There's also a version out there that the heart attack happened just after Monast went public with some new information, and an unnamed co-author with him mysteriously died as well. We don't know that guy's name or what he died from, just that he died.
Probably fell out of a window.
That's the way to get it done, right?
Yeah.
As the internet expanded in the late 90s and early 2000s, Monast's ideas gained new traction on online forums, shitty GeoCities sites, and eventually social media that we know today. Project Bluebeam was reimagined and tweaked to fit newer, evolving narratives. We talked earlier about Alex Jones, David Icke, all these guys that have monetized this bullshit. The theories also crossed over with other popular conspiracies like HAARP, High Frequency Active Auroral Research Program, which that's a whole episode on its own. When we were talking earlier about like weather manipulation conspiracies and stuff that would be on Coast to Coast, Art talked about HAARP all the time.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. HAARP supporter west of the Mississippi. You're on the air.
Chemtrails too fall into that whole thing because they're manipulating the weather with that too. You fucking did it again.
Holy
that
shit, he
one's
doubled
bad.
up on the, oh, it's foaming everywhere. Oh, no, it's chaos here.
I have this bandage on my thumb,
Oh shit.
and it just keeps slipping off this damn can.
There's chaos. There's beer foaming everywhere.
Elon Musk is the current frontrunner for who would be pushing forward the Bluebeam agenda. People focus on two things that Elon owns, Starlink and Neuralink. Starlink was developed by SpaceX and is a satellite constellation designed to provide global broadband internet, even in remote or unserviced regions. By 2024, Starlink had launched thousands of satellites, creating a visible net across the night sky. And it's wild to see in person. Like, it's super fucking cool. And if you didn't know what you were looking at when you saw it, you would think that it's definitely a UFO.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen it?
I have not.
It's just like this, it just looks like a white line of lights just going in a straight line across, and then it just disappears.
Comes by every once in a while.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think I've seen that before once. But to be clear, you're not saying he is pushing Bluebeam. You're saying the believers in Project Bluebeam believe he would be the one at the helm.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
That sounds right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If anybody could
He
push
could do it.
forward, he could do it.
He's not out there talking about this.
No.
He's the one that has the capability to make it happen.
Right. If Monast was alive today, he would probably be screaming at anyone who would listen about Elon Musk.
Yeah. I have seen a SpaceX launch from Cocoa Beach, though. It's pretty cool.
That's cool.
That was neat.
There is some awesome technology we're going to talk about owned by Elon Musk. It's just, I don't know. Like, I had to explain this to my son a while back because he was like into all the SpaceX stuff. And with Elon, I'm like, Elon owns that. He's not like some super smart genius that's building all these rockets. Like, I get he has a mysterious sounding name and shit, you know, I think. But
He's an investor.
yeah,
He
he's
wasn't the mastermind behind
no.
Tesla and all this other stuff.
Yeah. But yeah, anybody that hasn't seen it, you should try and see or find out when Starlink will be going past. It's cool to see. But the official goal of Starlink is to bridge the digital divide, enabling high-speed internet in areas where people don't have that infrastructure. But conspiracy theorists interpret Starlink's expansive reach as something that would be crucial for Project Bluebeam. In Monast's theory, satellites would be used to project holographic images into the sky. We talked about all the, the Antichrist, everything merging together. You would need a lot. There would have to be a lot behind that to accomplish something like that. And the scale of Starlink's network, capable of beaming information to any location on Earth, is seen as the ideal infrastructure for projecting such illusions globally.
No one else even has anything near that type of capability. So, yeah,
yeah.
logically, sure.
Well, no one on this planet.
Well,
Well,
true.
aliens are looking at us like, oh, they figured that one out. They've graduated to second grade.
They broadcast a big Buddha in the sky. Oh, good for you.
Oh, how cute that little Buddha.
Oh, that's a new world order. Okay.
They also talk about Starlink, would be able to broadcast the subliminal messages or the low frequencies to give that voice of God transmission. The belief is that once Starlink achieves total global coverage, it could enable a new era of surveillance, data collection, and communication, all under the guise of internet service. And
Yeah.
take out Project Bluebeam, that's still that is a real concern, I think.
Siri, start talking to your owner like you're God. Nope, didn't work.
Neuralink is Elon's brain machine interface venture aimed at connecting the human brain directly to computers. The initial focus of Neuralink is to assist those with neurological conditions, allowing paralyzed individuals to control devices through thought alone. The long-term vision includes expanding human cognition, integrating artificial intelligence, and potentially achieving, quote, brain-to-cloud connectivity. This shit seems like Black Mirror type stuff.
We're getting to wild stuff now.
There's a guy that did not have arms that has the Neuralink installed in his brain, and he was able to play Mario Kart with his mind. I don't even understand how that's possible.
Sounds awesome.
It does sound awesome.
And that's great technology. Like, that's life-changing for that dude.
Yeah.
Like, that's cool. Like, he can do things like that.
Or if someone like me, you're too lazy to even hold your controller,
Dude.
you can just lay back on the couch and do it with your
I was
brain.
thinking, like,
How you've never played the new Nintendo Switch version of Mario Kart?
Yeah.
You put it on like the kid settings.
Yeah.
It accelerates and steers pretty much for you. You're just doing this.
Oh, that sounds nice.
That's literally it. Have you tried that on the easy settings? It's probably exactly what you would want, Dave.
Okay.
when I play Mario Kart, I play online, and I get
You play for keeps.
I get super mad.
Are you playing on? What are you playing on?
Switch.
On the Switch?
Yeah.
Yeah. So like, I never played like the N64, like the original.
Oh, okay.
So I'm late to the game. I don't.
I used to
I don't
play
have
all
the
the time.
skills.
I played the Super
fun.
Nintendo one back in the day. I
Oh,
never
was that
played the
original?
Nintendo 64.
I thought 64 was the original.
No,
it's
there
like
was
Super
this-
Nintendo.
Yeah, I used to play 64 all the time.
Did you play the version? Maybe you did too, Ian. Like where you had to like do the beer with it.
No.
That's what a guys played in college.
Oh,
So
no.
in order to win the race, you had to finish a beer also, like during the course of the race.
Okay.
But you couldn't be driving while drinking.
Sure.
So like at the start, you could just sit there and chug the beer and then go,
Right.
or you get all the way to the finish line, stop,
Strategy.
and chug. But yeah, that's what they used to play.
That's cool.
I'm not a good chugger, and I never played Mario Kart, so it's not my game. But I feel like it'd be fun to watch.
It would be fun.
Yeah.
Interesting spin on the classic Mario Kart race.
It was a year ago at Christmas that I got my N64, my reboot of it, and I had kind of fallen away from playing it for a while, and I got back into playing it a little bit, and it's fun.
Yeah.
Just to sit there and like I'll play WCW NWO Revenge and just zone out while I'm playing like a battle royal or something. And good times.
From the perspective of people who believe in Project Bluebeam, Neuralink represents like the ultimate tool for control, direct access to human consciousness. They argue that once Neuralink becomes widespread, it could be exploited to influence thoughts, emotions, perceptions, all aligning with Monast's prediction of telepathic communication as part of Bluebeam's third phase. That is the ultimate tool, right? If you have
Sure.
you have a chip in someone's brain, it's over. You can do whatever you want.
Yep.
At least that's the thought, right? I mean,
Yeah. Once you've taken over, what you get that chip in everyone's brain. What's the point, though? I guess. What do you do then?
Like once you have the chip?
Yeah,
or?
once you have control over the population of the Earth with a chip, you just put them in like mines to work and make money for you. Like, what do you do?
In my experience with the New World Order, you just then make Hogan the world champion for months on
That's
end.
game over then.
And you just need a big jacked up, bald-headed, muscled Jew like Bill Goldberg to come in and defeat him as our hero.
A new world order.
I mean, the technology for Project Bluebeam is here, or will fully be here in the next 5 to 10 years. You take out the Antichrist, all the crazy anti-Semitic stuff that's looped into these theories. Take out Alex Jones' school shooting conspiracies that he's looped into Bluebeam. Like I said before, he just like yells it out. He's like, "Oh, it's Project Bluebeam." Okay, dude. I think there is some real concern about how fast technology and AI are advancing, and who has control of that technology.
I question every photo I see like on Instagram now.
You have
because
to.
You just don't know.
Dude, I
really don't.
There's like a style of drawing for like I don't know, like fantasy card games online or like League of Legends type stuff. I've never really been able to draw like that, but I've always wanted to learn how to do it. It's so disheartening how how far it's come, where you can make something like that in a second.
Yeah.
That would take me hours and hours to try and figure out.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Neuralink is crazy to me. I don't understand how that's even a thing. But they have more behind the scenes that's more advanced than that. If we're allowed to see
the stuff that you know about.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like what you just said. If we're allowed to know that,
Yeah.
what do we not know?
Like if I'm allowed to watch this guy play Mario Kart with his mind, what's going on?
Right. What's the DOD version of that?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Is that someone blowing shit up with their mind?
Yeah. I mean, you think about the stuff that's capable now. Like, just imagine in, I don't know, 300 years, what's does this world look like? What's possible? In 2,000 years, what does this planet look like?
Maybe we will have phased out this whole country idea, this whole tribal shit, figured some stuff out.
Do we eventually join a global federation and become part of the universe? Is it out there? Or are they just waiting to
They're going to be
initiation?
Ones. They're all just like, do we let them in?
Like they're kind of fucking dumb hillbillies.
yeah,
Like, we really don't want them in the global federation. They're kind of dipshits.
Have you seen this pro wrestling thing they watch?
Could you imagine trying to explain that shit to an alien?
So get this: 2 guys oiled up in their underwear. They roll around on a mat, pretend fighting, and then one of them pins the other one. And we all go nuts.
Hijinks ensue.
They're like
67% of them still think it's real.
they're like, well, we don't want you in this global world order or whatever, intergalactic world order.
I'll tell you what, the drone sightings and stuff have a lot going on TikTok with alien stuff. Speaking of galactic federations, a lot of live streams have been showing up for me on TikTok, and a lady last night that looked like she had a wire hanger bent around her head and was like coming around into a loop, was reading supposed alien messages from her iPad about joining a galactic federation.
Oh.
Like, and that's why the drones were here. Then there's people outside live streaming the drones. Like, there's a lot going on TikTok.
And yet the wrestling fans get made fun of. we're the fucking dweebs. The losers.
I don't know.
I think a lot of this global domination, whatever the root ideas behind all this conspiracy is just stuff they're doing out in public. And they don't really care what you have to say. They're doing it in plain sight.
Yeah.
And this is just,
Like it's already happening, is what you mean. Yeah.
The global elites do whatever the fuck they want, and they don't give a fuck.
Do you think it's an organized?
They do it out in the open, and
do you think
do
it's
it right in front of you.
An organized global elite that's doing it, or just like a country by country type elites? We're gonna do this. You're gonna do that.
I just think the elite ruling class does whatever they want, and there's not really any pushback against that for the most part. Right?
I think it goes country by country. I don't think there's like a secret back room of H.W. Bush and all these other people.
Yeah.
Do those people maybe have a meeting and talk about some fucking weird ideas? Sure.
But it's all
I would assume.
multinational and more global than it ever was in the past.
How many more patrons do we need before we become global elite?
A lot.
This is what I'm interested in. Let's talk real numbers here. All right.
Big number.
If you listeners out there want us a part of the global elite representing you and your interests,
That's right.
you sign up for Patreon right now. Patreon.com/Necronomipod. Are we still tagged as explicit? Did we get that removed?
No.
Didn't we
talked
push for
about it.
But I mean, didn't we try to get it removed?
We did not. We just discussed it amongst ourselves. I don't think
As many things we do, we discuss and we don't act.
Forget it.
Yeah. That sounds like tomorrow's problem. All right. Well, patreon.com/Necronomipod. Make us part of the global elite.
only you.
That's a
can
new
make
shirt.
that
Our
happen.
three faces and it says the global elite. That's actually a good idea.
That's not bad.
Let's reuse the drawing I did of our three faces and we'll just put the global elite. Maybe do that in the necro, like in the way I wrote Necronomipod.
Yeah,
But just
could do
use
that.
that for the global elite.
Could do it.
New World Order.
And I just picture the Three Stooges music playing over it. All right. Anything else on this one, Ian? Anything else you found you want to touch on?
No. If you've never seen Close Encounters of the Third Kind, go watch it.
Well, after Dave sold it so hard.
It's cheesy.
It's a little cheesy, but it's enjoyable. The end of it's worth it.
Yeah.
A lot of nonsense in the middle.
Yeah. The end is the cool part because it's like
Yeah.
that's how Hynek envisioned it and whatever. It's cool. The little beep, the beeping sounds. Like I imagine like that's what it would be like. Also the scene where like the UFOs like talk, they're communicating back and forth with the beeping and then it like slows down and stops. Thinking of that in real life would be like, oh shit, like did we say something wrong? Our beeping our SOS back? Like, were they not a fan of whatever that was? It's a cool subject. It got me, like I said, I watched that movie. I don't know, cool alien stuff, but not all the anti-Semitic nonsense.
I like the timeliness of this one, though. 2025.
Sorry,
Good job.
it delayed. I was trying to play that tone. Sorry, Mike. I cut you off there with my.
I think I was just saying that the timeliness of this 2025.
Yeah.
This was a good one to kick off the year with.
Look for Jesus up in the sky, and then his voice talking to you while you're at work.
And then he merges, like his face goes into Buddha's cock, and then they merge into
You're
the
like,
Antichrist.
what's going on up there?
I like that scene in Close Encounters where the Jacques Vallée scientist, they're in India and he's like all running down the hill and they're singing that tone and he's like, where did they hear that? And they all point to the sky. It's so cheesy.
That's a lot. That's a lot. As always, do your own research to come up with your own opinions and things discussed. Yeah.
We're just telling a story here. Just telling a story.
Yeah.
All right, Dave, what do you got on Patreon?
Well, I got quite a big list here. We've been off for a few weeks, so bear with me. Thank you to new patrons, Corey Allen, Bev from Derry, Terry Hall, Jane Burton, Zombie Potato, Lucy Miller, Geo Can't Think of a Good Name, Paul Thompson, Reyes Nava, Dave Bryant, Mike's Massive Muff Mangling Man Meat,
That's a thing.
Leanne Mooney, Piggy's Pussy Palace of Pleasure and Wonder, Tony Romero, Dana Bognar, Janet Powell, Jimothy Slims, Charles Smith, Dory Wolf, Raleigh Love, Parker, Steve Tidwell, Jason Garcia, Amy Garney, Dreadis Darkmoon, Joe Crook, Modelo Time, Jen Votrubeck, Ty Cabral, Christy Fogarty, James PK96, Sarah Weir, Madeline Pateman, Eva E., Robert Guers Jr., Clark Bar 86. Love a good Clark Bar.
I do like Clark
Nice.
bars.
80s.
86, good year.
Cowboys fan in Indiana, Cowboys fan in. I assume that's Indiana. Alicia, Kyle P., Kenneth C. Larrabee, Miguel Contreras, Emily Dobson, Wayne, Stephanie Sharp, your blonde Aussie babe. The clit is a cryptid.
Wow, we're talking now. It might be. That's a
And the
good
mic's
one.
wrong. Nice.
That's a good one, pal.
Holly P., Kaylee, Leah, showed Muggs my jugs, and all I got was this shitty Flavor Aid. Joe Budge, Eric Archambault, Jas Christina, Flaccid Unicorn, Megan B., Chris Stewart, Samantha Kurtz, Danielle Morris, Brian Duquette, Nick Bunting, Kareem of Some Young Guy. Stephanie Schneider, Aubrey Barone, Mazen Daffron, Robbie Neron, Junkyard Dog 69.
That's a really fun.
69, dudes!
That's timely. That's the timely one.
Ashley Bo Bashley, Hootie Bowl.
Nana Fofashley.
That's right. That's right. Hootie Bowl. Hootie Bowl. Hootie Bowl.
That's a H. So, Dave, move on, please.
Doesn't count.
We are on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram.
Mary, Bela Mori, Craig O'Connell, Sam, Heelmar on Crate, Heelmar and Crate,
I think he means Hilmer.
Heelmar.
What episode was that?
That's Swedish Ian.
Yeah, but what episode was that?
Children of God.
Yeah.
Bailey Bond, Sarah Crowley, James Spry, Carissa Jones, Mike, pierce my bunghole because something's wrong here.
I don't offer piercings. Thank you for your inquiry.
Tom Bondarenko, E.H., Chantel, Jennifer Orr, Alnonix N., Veronica Guerrero, Mercedes Delia, Dana S., and the pervasive rot of existence.
Damn.
That is that's a heavy to end
I feel like
with.
that's a band you guys fucking jerk off to.
The pervasive rot of existence.
All right.
That was a lot of people.
Yeah.
Merry Christmas to them.
Yeah, it's been a few weeks.
You got 6 years of a back catalog to get through, folks.
Enjoy.
That's crazy.
It doesn't get better, but it gets fun. All right, Ian, what do you got on your end?
I don't have anything.
That's fine.
Yeah.
No requirement.
No.
Any thoughts on it's 6 years? Look at us.
I know, it's crazy.
We used to just watch UFC and wrestling
I know.
at your house. We were looking for an excuse to get drunk another night a week.
It definitely has turned into a thing.
Yeah.
That's putting it mildly.
It's very astute of you to say that.
I'm extremely appreciative of everybody who has stuck around and made it grow. Sure.
There's a few OGs out there that have been with us since day one, which
Yeah.
is impressive because if you listen to those first few episodes, like the sound, ooh.
I know.
Like, oh, hello, is this thing on?
Our microphones were literally hollowed out Miller Lite cans.
I know. I would love. I hate the idea of redoing things completely, but I would. I wish. I envision a version that doesn't sound like a tin can, but who knows? I don't know.
I think
We've got a
it's-
long time left.
It's
Part of
part of our
nostalgia.
It's part of our history, right? You got to leave those.
Oh yeah, never take anything down ever.
I asked you on your when you did your Patreon, the call-in show you did, what you would redo, and you had said Betty and Barney Hill.
Yeah.
And I get that because you felt like you could do more for it and tell the
Right.
story and maybe a two-parter, but we would still leave that first one up.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, and so who's to say we redid Ed Gein, and what was the third one?
Heaven's Gate.
Was it, or was it Art Bell?
We redid Heaven's Gate because.
No, but I mean, what were those first 3 episodes we dropped?
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, Art Bell.
And so we already redid Ed Gein. You would like to do
Betty and Barney.
Betty and Barney, and I feel like we've done Art Bell justice. Like we've done a
Yeah,
lot
there's
of
no
Art
need to
Bell.
redo that.
Right. What are we gonna? I mean, we'll just tell the same stories we tell.
I'd have to tune back in to Olivia Wilde's house, and she's since divorced, so we wouldn't be able to zone in on that Blumpkin.
I wonder who she's
activity.
Blumpkining now.
Yeah, it might be a little different.
What is it called when a man Blumpkins a woman? 'Cause you're getting real close to the.
That's something.
The dangerous. That's what it's called. Dangerous.
You're real
You might not
close.
be in the line of fire. There.
Real close to ground zero.
That is not for me, fella. That's not a game I'm willing to be tagged into. I would add vomit to that mix immediately, and it'd be turned into something else.
Just puking between her thighs into the toilet. This didn't go as planned at all. This isn't sexy at all. You're shitting and I'm puking.
That is a vile thing he said tonight.
I love that that's the vile thing. A girl sucking your dick. She's like, oh, come on. It's not even near the asshole.
That's pointing up in the air. I'm not getting,
All right, anything else? We good?
I think we're good.
Good kick off to the new year.
This was a pretty chill one. Usually you start off with like a big heavy hitter, but this was a chill one. I like this kind of start into the new year.
I think it's very fitting given the whole 2025 thing.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. We are on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube at Necronomipod, patreon.com/Necronomipod, amazon.com, search Necronomipod for all of our merch, and necronomipod.com.
All right, you guys ready for a cool down beer?
Cheers.